Hello everyone, it's Attack72 here, and for today, welcome back to another type of Nintendo-related discussion for today's video. And so, for today's topic, we are about to talk about and discuss, one of the most unexpected things that Nintendo has shown off and announced from the latest Nintendo Direct yesterday was the fourth wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. And they revealed two big surprises that I was honestly excited for and really was surprised just to see. Because from the Booster Course Pass, not only did they reveal a new course being Yoshi's Island, which is based off from the actual SNES Yoshi Island, not just like a typical Mario-esque type of Yoshi Island. This is the original SNES type of game and type of world we know, which will be our new course, but also the return of a character that has not been playable since Mario Kart Wii, and that is the fact that Birdo will be making a playable appearance as a new addition to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's roster, and I honestly didn't expect them to add new characters. And yeah, I know in the tweet and the announcement they stated that Birdo was a character that has not been seen since Mario Kart Double Dash, but to be fair, the last time we ever saw Birdo as a playable character was in Mario Kart Wii. So now the fact that we finally get to see a character now being added, it gives me way more hope to see other characters come into it. And thanks to the official Japanese website for the Booster Course Pass, and thanks to some fan translations, it has been confirmed that more characters will be coming into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass, starting from Wave 5 until the last wave. Now, guaranteed, it's not known how many characters there will be, as there's only one character confirmed, thanks to the Nintendo UK version of the Nintendo Direct confirming that it'll only have one character only. It's unknown on how many characters there will be from the 5th wave, and then eventually the 6th wave. So, in this video, we're going to be discussing the chances on which of these characters may have a chance into being added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass from here on out. I've done this already from last year since they announced it, but now with this one, I can only talk about some of the characters that are pretty much returning, as they specifically stated from a type of article. It'll only be returning characters, and I actually will be mentioning Mario Kart Tour characters. Despite me not liking Mario Kart Tour, it is considered a new game and part of the mainline Mario Kart franchise. Mario Kart Tour is like considered Mario Kart 9 at that point, so yeah, you can kind of see it that way. So I'm just going to be talking about what kind of chances that the characters will have. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and let's get started discussing the chances of which characters will return in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. First off, let's talk about some returning characters that hasn't seen the day since their last installment. First off being Diddy Kong, which we have not seen since Mario Kart Wii. Same goes with Funky Kong. Paratroopa, since we haven't seen Paratroopa since Mario Kart Double Dash. PD Piranha for the same reason. Rob the Robot, which we have not seen Rob since Mario Kart DS. And finally, Donkey Kong Jr. So to kind of get this out of the way with DK Jr., despite DK Jr. returning in Mario Kart Tour, I kind of really doubt he'll ever return in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because if that's really the case, they're only going to put him as a sprite, and given now, it's only a sprite form in Mario Kart Tour, I highly doubt that, DK Jr. will ever return as an actual played character with, a real 3D model and all. Diddy Kong, on the other hand, will definitely have a chance, because if Birdo can have that chance, then so can Diddy Kong, because honestly, I'm just surprised that Birdo and Diddy Kong were added to begin with, and it's so weird how DK's been really lonely lately when it comes to representing Donkey Kong as a franchise overall. So yeah, just add Diddy Kong in there. It's an obvious choice, so Donkey Kong won't be alone anymore. But if there's ever a chance, I can totally see Funky Kong coming back as well. Because if they're only going to be including some returning characters, depending if they're only going to add just one character from each wave, then I'm pretty sure Funky Kong would make an absolute big return. I know many fans want this character to come back. I really want to. I mean, come on, he's quite a funky character. He's a fun character to play as in Mario Kart Wii, and I know many would like to see him return, just like with Diddy Kong. And another character that I don't know, that I feel like it has less likely chances, has got to be Paratroopa, because I mean, yeah, he returns in Mario Kart Tour from what I can remember, but despite Paratroopa being included in some spin-off games like Mario, Tennis Aces and all, and as a Mario Kart character, Yeah, I feel like his chances are less likely than the other two I've just mentioned. Petey Piranha, though, I can totally see happening. Petey Piranha, I really thought that Petey Piranha wasn't that much of an issue when playing as the character back in Mario Kart Double Dash, and if King Boo can come back, then so can Petey Piranha. Yeah, sure, the character is very large because of its head, but to be honest, I mean, I'm kind of used to characters that are really too big that you can't honestly see the track. That's kind of what makes Mario Kart fun to begin with, and I'm surprised Petey Piranha hasn't seen his return since Mario Kart Double Dash, and the time that they managed to put Petey Piranha was in Mario Kart Tour, and yeah, I can totally see Petey Piranha somewhat coming back, I assume either as one of the few characters that could be added in the fifth wave and all. For Rob the Robot, now, for Rob the Robot, I know this is just, this feels like an unrealistic thing, but wouldn't it be really wild to see Rob the Robot coming back? Because this was actually my first notice of seeing Rob in the game before his appearance in Smash Bros. Brawl, so it would be kind of like a nice comeback for Rob to finally become a character. Plus, Nintendo and Mario Kart is no stranger to guest characters. We've seen that with Link, Animal Crossing, and also, and especially with Splatoon. So Rob would obviously be a no biggie, and it would be quite a wild addition to come back after, you know, not being in a Mario Kart game for so long, since he's mostly just a character that is based off from an actual toy, of like an actual Nintendo toy for the NES Zapper and, you know, NES game in general. So all I can really say is that while this may be unrealistic, I really hope we can see Rob at some point. Now with asides from DK Jr., which I've already mentioned before, next we got to talk about the rest, and for the rest of the video, we're going to be talking about the Mario Kart Tour characters. For the chances of Pauline, yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, come on, it's no biggie that Pauline's been making a huge name and role for herself ever since her reprise role in Mario Kart and Mario Odyssey and all. I mentioned this last year during my character predictions for a possible character DLC for this one, and I will say it again. Ever since her reprise role in Mario Odyssey, she has been making a lot of big additions in Mario spin-off games, from Mario Golf Super Rush, from Mario Strikers Battle League, and now in Mario Kart Tour. I wouldn't be surprised if Pauline would get added as another new type of playable character, and technically with Mario Kart Tour it is considered a returning character, so Pauline would definitely be counted as sort of a returning character. Plus, I really want to see DK, you know, having more representation than just Donkey Kong himself, aside from having Diddy Kong and all. But speaking of Donkey Kong, Dixie Kong is next. I don't honestly know, to be honest, about Dixie Kong, but given with Funky Kong being added years before, I wouldn't honestly mind having Dixie Kong as a playable character. After all, Dixie Kong hasn't really been as much of a character lately, ever since Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and all. And with Mario Kart Tour, I kind of hope that Dixie Kong gets some sort of addition. Like I said, Donkey Kong really needs more representation aside from Diddy Kong and Funky Kong and all, along with the new additions of Pauline. And Dixie Kong would definitely be quite a cool addition, as she's been shafted in most of these Mario spin-off games lately. Next up, I would consider to be a cool addition, about a 50-50 chance for Nabbit. For, if, like I said, if they're only going to be counted one character just from each wave, then I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding at least one character. While I'm at it, Nabbit will be quite a cool addition after all, but his chances to be in would be a bit of a 50-50 in my opinion. But the next one I have to mention that I feel like it's about 25% happening, and that is Peachette. Yeah, I know, it's not honestly like a good choice, as I know many were, you know, angry about Pink Gold Peach and then Baby Rosalina, and some would think that Peachette would be another Peach clone like Cat Peach, but in reality, she's technically kind of like her own character in a way with Mario Kart Tour, and she's pretty much her own character thanks to Mario Bros. U Deluxe on the Switch. So her chances, however, as a playable character, about 25% in my opinion. Now, this is quite a wild choice, but Monty Mole, 10% to be honest. Yeah, I know, Monty Mole was a playable character. The only time we ever saw Monty Mole as a playable character was in Mario Sluggers and in Super Mario Party, and now in Mario Kart Tour. I can totally see some Monty Mole fans out there that wants this character, and like I mentioned, if they're going to be adding characters from Tour, which is technically from a returning franchise, then I can totally see Monty Mole being one of them. For next one is King Babam, 5% chance. I bet as much as as I would like to see how cool a giant bomb would be in this game, I don't honestly think it would be, you know, another good addition. About a 5% chance and all. And then there's also Captain Toad, and then I think this is supposed to be Explorer Toadette. Now, look, I've expressed in the channel before that I do not like Toad whatsoever. I don't like Toad as a character, nor are the other Toad-like characters from Toadette, Toad's World, Toad Birds. It doesn't matter. I do not like Toad whatsoever. Captain Toad, however, is quite an exception in my opinion, because I mean, come on, it's Captain Toad, a pretty cool name and all, and I honestly don't mind Explorer Toadette as well. But here's the thing, if they're going to be adding this character, then I'm pretty sure they might be added as some sort of additional costume. If not, they could be as separate characters, like kind of like what they did with Tanuki, Mario, Cat Peach, and Dry Bowser and all. But their chances, however, I can see them at around 40%. Another wild choice that I can totally see and find hilarious, and that is Chargin' Chuck. As Chargin' Chuck in some games, like in Mario Golf Super Rush, he straight up threw a golf ball, a Mario Golf Super Rush. In that game, he just straight up threw a golf ball like a football and all. I can totally see him just suddenly being confused with racing and football at the same time. And, you know, it will be quite a nice little choice. He is in Mario Kart Tour and all, and we've seen the poses he makes. I can totally, but the chances, however, about just like with Bob, like King Bob-omb, about a 15% to say the least. For Hammer Bro, in my opinion, I can see Hammer Bro coming in about 70%. After all, I mean, Hammer Bro was intended to be part of Mario Kart Wii, but sadly got shafted and replacements for other characters and all. But Hammer Bro, I really want to play as a Hammer Bro, to be honest. I want some Hammer Bro representation in the Mario Kart franchise and in other Mario spin-offs. We've seen him in Super Mario Party and in Mario Party 8, and I would really love to see Hammer Bro making a lot of cool animations and some cool poses, and you know, I just like to see Hammer Bro a bit more often, so 70% to be honest. Next up is Kamek, and obviously this is about a 98% chance, 2% if he's not going to be making it whatsoever. With Kamek though, we've seen how Kamek has been getting a lot of missed opportunities of not being a playable character. He was gonna be a playable character in Mario Kart 64 thanks to the screenshot of the beta. He was intended to be a playable character in Mario Kart 8, the original one from the Wii U, thanks to the good code files that shows his character emblem, but was not added. And the fact that he got it added in Mario Kart Tour but not Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is kind of insulting. But with the addition of Birdo, I can totally see this character being added. After all, I think it's about time to finally give Kamek some love as a character and all. I mean, Kamek hasn't really made that much of a big role lately, and I honestly really love to see Kamek finally get in the, you know, the position as a playable character that Kamek deserves, because he's been getting shafted a lot, and the one time he finally got his chance was in Mario Kart Tour, and that's really about it. And the last character, I kind of feel like it's kind of a really dumb choice, as I know many would hate clone characters, and now my friend is Kitsune Luigi. Now, I know, many don't like clone characters. This happened with characters from Tanuki, Mario, Cat Peach, Pink Gold Peach, Baby Rosalina and all. But with Kitsune Luigi, I mean, if they're going to be adding Cat Peach and Tanuki Mario, I honestly wouldn't mind Kitsune Luigi. He's actually the only clone character that I can kind of really like, but the chances for it is about, I guess, a 65% overall, and that, my friend, is just my discussion and my personal opinion on what of the chances of these characters being added. The ones I can totally see happen has to be Diddy Kong and also Funky Kong, and the addition of Kamek. If they're only going to be one character whatsoever from each wave, then it would definitely be Diddy Kong and also Kamek at the same time. But I want to know all your thoughts and opinions down below about this. With Birdo now being added, which other character would you like to see return from the past Mario Kart games into a new playable character in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below about this. And so with that, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos, follow my Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember this, once a legend, always a legend.